Imagine a truck stop so vast it spans over 150 football fields, where hundreds of trucks roll in daily and meals reach the hundreds of thousands each year. More than just a fuel stop, it provides everything from home-cooked meals to dental care, catering to truckers on long hauls. But this isn't just about size, it's about how independent truck stops survive in a world dominated by chains. This colossal hub stands as a lifeline, playing a crucial role in supporting the backbone of America's economy. Scale and Services of Iowa, 80 Iowa. 80 is not just the world's largest truck stop. It's an entire ecosystem built to support the demanding lives of truck drivers. Spanning more than 150 football fields, it boasts 900 parking spots for semis, which is nearly impossible to find elsewhere. Beyond parking, drivers have access to a full range of amenities, including a movie theater, gym, chiropractor, dentist, and even a dog wash, making it feel more like a small town than a typical rest stop. The kitchen here is a powerhouse, operating around the clock to serve hundreds of thousands of meals every year. Chefs prepare everything fresh, from hand-breaded fried chicken to ranch dressing made in-house with gallons of buttermilk and mayonnaise. On a busy day, the team expects to serve about 600 people, many of whom spend months on the road and rely on these meals as a taste of home. What makes Iowa 80 unique is how it combines all these services under one roof, creating a comprehensive stop that meets both practical and personal needs. It is a haven designed specifically for truckers, providing them not just fuel and food, but comfort and community on the long haul. This scale and variety set it apart from most other truck stops around the country. No place grows to such magnitude without rich stories woven through its history and vision. The truck stop's history and growth. The story of Iowa 80's owns in 1964, when it was founded by a family who anticipated the booming interstate system and the rise of America's trucking industry. Located at the crossroads of two major highways, it was strategically placed to serve increasing freight traffic as trucks slowly closed the gap in cargo transport once dominated by railroads. While it started as a modest facility, the truck stop expanded steadily, renovating more than 30 times to keep up with ballooning demand and evolving driver needs. What truly sets Iowa 80 apart is its continuing status as a family-owned business in an industry increasingly dominated by corporate chains. The founder's granddaughter now carries on the tradition, emphasizing the simplicity and heartfelt service that runs counter to big brand franchises. This personal touch has helped retain loyalty from drivers who appreciate a place that feels more like home than a commercial pit stop. Maintaining independence over decades while scaling to an enormous size is a rare achievement. Through each decade, the truck stop adapted to changing technologies and expectations, growing from a small gas station to a sprawling facility with a wide range of amenities. The vision was always to create a one-stop hub where drivers could handle errands usually done at home, like laundry, showers, and even doctor appointments. This commitment to convenience has cemented Iowa's reputation as the go-to destination for over-the-road professionals. While one giant thrives, the landscape of American truck stops is littered with echoes of a different past. The decline of mom-and-pop truck stops. Not long ago, American highways were dotted with family-run truck stops like Reedon Island Corner in Colo, Iowa. Small businesses that catered to both travelers and truckers with gas, food, and lodging. These mom-and-pop establishments had deep roots in their communities and were often lifelines for small towns. But the arrival of the interstate system rerouted traffic, bypassing many towns and steadily starving these businesses of customers. Many simply could not survive the drastic drop in travelers. As the trucking industry professionalized, corporate chains like Flying J, Pilot TA, and Love's emerged, buying out or pushing aside smaller operators. These giant franchises prioritized volume and convenience for mass markets, often at the expense of amenities specifically tailored to truck drivers. Drivers found themselves squeezed into crowded facilities with limited parking and no room for the personal touches that smaller stops once provided. The contrast between Iowa's 80's thriving independence and the struggle of historic stops reveals a larger shift in trucking infrastructure and culture. It is a story of resilience amid disappearance, a glimpse into how some family businesses have fought to hold on to a way of life that's vanishing beneath the wheels of expanding industry and changing highways. A truck stop is more than just a pit stop. It is part of the trucker's world, intertwined with the challenges and rhythms of life on the road. If you found this insight interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the open road. The life of long-haul truckers. Life on the road for long-haul truckers is demanding and often isolating, with drivers spending weeks at a time behind the wheel, covering hundreds of miles each day. Many endure 70-hour work weeks, pushing through fatigue and long stretches away from family. In a profession with one of the highest turnover rates in the country, sometimes exceeding 90%, truck stops like Iowa 80 become more than just places to refuel. They are vital havens offering comfort, connection, and support for these drivers. Truck stops provide key services that help truckers maintain their health and well-being on the road. Beyond food and fuel, places like Iowa 80 offer showers, gyms, even dentists and chiropractors, allowing drivers to tend to their physical needs without losing precious time. For many professionals, these stops are the only chance to relax, recharge, and feel a sense of community amidst the solitude of long-distance driving. Drivers cope with loneliness and the pressure of keeping tight schedules through often hazardous conditions. Some have canine companions for comfort, while others share long hours with co-drivers who become close companions. In these moments, truck stops become the social lifeblood of a lifestyle that demands resilience both on and off the road. The road's harsh realities press on drivers, but truck stops aren't just facing challenges from the road. They also grapple with wider industry pressures. Challenges facing the truck stop industry. Though places like Iowa 80 continue to thrive, the truck stop industry as a whole faces mounting challenges from corporate consolidation, rising operational costs, and shifting driver needs. Large chains such as TA, Pilot, and Love's have swallowed many family-run stops, transforming the industry into a landscape dominated by sprawling travel centers. These centralized hubs often prioritize volume and retail convenience over the specific needs of professional truckers, resulting in crowded facilities with scarce parking and slower fuel pumps that frustrate drivers. Independent truck stops struggle to compete as costs climb sharply, including skyrocketing prices for fuel, food, utilities, and maintenance. Family-owned establishments often operate on razor-thin profit margins and even skip paychecks during slow seasons to keep their doors open. At the same time, drivers themselves face economic pressures from low pay, limited benefits, and a work culture some describe as dismissive. The balance between maintaining tradition and adapting to a changing industry is fragile. Truck stops must meet modern expectations while preserving the personal touch that drivers value most. Iowa's 80's ongoing renovations and expanding amenities showcase one model of survival, but for many others, the future remains uncertain. The culture and community that grow at these stops come to define the very spirit of life on the road. Community and culture at truck stops. Truck stops like Iowa 80 are more than just service centers. They are vibrant communities where drivers connect, unwind, and celebrate the unique culture of life on the road. Each summer, Iowa 80 hosts a sprawling trucker jamboree that draws roughly 45,000 visitors, transforming its vast parking lot into a festive gathering space. Events like Trucker Olympics and beauty contests for semis highlight the pride and camaraderie among drivers, making these stops places where tradition and fellowship thrive despite the grueling nature of the job. These gatherings illustrate how truck stops serve as hubs of identity for drivers who spend long, lonely hours on highways. The personal involvement of the owner's family, such as the founder's granddaughter handing out trophies, underscores the deep ties between operators and the trucking community. Drivers often return year after year, finding familiarity and support in these events that honor their hard work and dedication. The spirit of connection helps sustain both the industry and the human side of trucking, reminding drivers they are never truly alone. Beyond events, the everyday culture within these truck stops is shaped by the rituals of mealtimes, shared stories, and the simple comfort of a safe place to rest. Drivers cherish the home-cooked feel of the food, the clean showers, and the friendly smiles offered after long days behind the wheel. From sprawling truck stops to fading roadside cafes, these hubs hold stories of resilience, community, and the ever-evolving trucking life. As long-haul drivers keep the nation moving, places like Iowa 80 remain vital lifelines where drivers find comfort and belonging. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world behind the wheel, please like and subscribe for more stories that bring unseen places to life.